Thanks to Keeps for sponsoring this video. No matter if you're a fan of pickup trucks or not, you can't deny their popularity. In fact, the Ford F-Series trucks have been the best-selling vehicle in the US for 39 years straight, and last year's top 3 best-selling vehicles were all trucks. As we enter the second half of 2021, it's clear that electric vehicles are the future, but EVs cannot overtake gas until one important goal is met. There needs to be multiple affordable electric pickup trucks on the market for customers to choose from. Today, I'll go over the top 10 all-electric pickup trucks on the horizon. Kicking off this list is quite possibly the most hyped truck. It's the Rivian R1T, and we'll find out if it lives up to the hype very soon because the first deliveries start this month and normal deliveries start in early 2022. Now, Rivian is a startup EV company that is backed by Amazon, and Rivian's main branding is all about adventure, but it also has luxurious styling that appeals to the masses, which should captivate anyone who just wants a good-looking pickup truck. If you qualify for the full federal EV tax credit, the R1T Explore package starts at $60,000 and features a sport interior with matte black finishes throughout the cabin, performance-stitched vegan leather seating, and a panoramic glass roof. The slightly more expensive Adventure package has perforated vegan leather seats, which are heated and ventilated, natural-grained ash wood throughout the cabin, and Rivian's Elevation audio system, along with other upgrades, including a powered tonneau cover, gear guard, and microfiber headliner. It comes standard with 300 plus miles of range with an option to upgrade to 400 plus miles of range for $10,000 more. And there's a future cheaper version coming at some point that will have a 250 mile battery. All versions feature a quad motor powertrain with a super quick 0 to 60 speed in as little as 3 seconds, with the ability to drive through 3 feet of water, rock crawl at 100% grade, drive on just about any terrain with 14 inches of ground clearance, and it can tow up to 11,000 pounds. It also has a zero-turn radius feature called Tank Turn, which could be handy, and the tech includes a large instrument panel display, a center touchscreen display, 4G and Wi-Fi capability, Bluetooth, wireless inductive charger, 6 USB ports, 4 120-volt outlets, voice commands, a mobile app, and over-the-air software updates. It seats up to 5 people with 68 cubic feet of total storage. The truck bed is 83 inches long with the tailgate down and features a lockable, weatherproof tonneau cover and room under the bed floor. One of the coolest features is the gear tunnel to handle all the stuff you normally can't find a spot for, and they even offer a modular camp kitchen package that slides out of the gear tunnel so you can have a full-on portable kitchen, which is pretty awesome. To compete with Tesla Superchargers, Rivian is building their own nationwide network of over 3,500 DC fast chargers exclusively for Rivian owners at over 600 locations planned by the end of 2023. The Rivian Adventure Network is powered by 100% renewable energy and designed for quick recharges at rates of over 200 kilowatts initially and over 300 kilowatts in the future. Even though it's from a brand new startup, the Rivian R1T truck seems to have it all and hopefully lives up to its expectations. Next is the futuristic cyberpunk-inspired Tesla Cybertruck with its unorthodox styling but very promising features. It starts at $40,000 for the single motor version, but that's not being produced until late 2022. However, the $50,000 dual motor and $70,000 tri-motor versions should begin production in late 2021, with deliveries ramping up in early 2022. The Cybertruck boasts some of the most impressive features out of any pickup truck, electric or gas. It has an impenetrable exoskeleton made of ultra-hard 30X cold-rolled stainless steel and ultra-strong Tesla armor glass that can absorb high-impact force. During the Cybertruck reveal event in 2019, I was able to take a test ride in it, and this truck is huge inside and out. It can sit up to 6 people, can tow up to 14,000 pounds, has 100 cubic feet of lockable storage in all of the storage spaces combined, including an automatic tonneau cover that is strong enough to stand on, which goes over the 6.5-foot bed, which Tesla calls the vault, and it has a payload capacity up to 3,500 pounds with adjustable air suspension. It has a versatile utilitarian design, including a 17-inch touchscreen center display, onboard power, and compressed air. The full battery range goes from 250 miles on the cheapest version to over 500 miles on the most expensive, and this truck is quicker than most high-end performance sports cars, coming in with a 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds on the tri-motor all-wheel drive version. And like all Tesla vehicles, it comes standard with Autopilot, which is Tesla's advanced driver assistance system, and quite possibly its best feature is it has access to over 25,000 global Tesla Superchargers, which can charge up to 1,000 miles of range regained per hour of charging time. This will prove to be crucial for pickup trucks on road trips when hauling cargo or towing, because it will need to charge more often than normal EVs. Now, even if you're not a fan of the looks, the Cybertruck's utility and performance is hard to ignore. Now, if you're watching this video, you're most likely a male over the age of 24, and other than being interested in trucks, you're probably interested in minimizing hair loss, and today's sponsor, Keeps, can help you do just that. A study showed 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. But the best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. And with Keeps, you can do it from the comfort of your own home. A licensed doctor will review your information online and recommend the right hair loss treatment plan for you. Then your treatment is shipped directly to your door every 3 months, and you can message your Keeps doctor 24/7 with any questions or concerns you may have along the way and track your progress with Keeps tracking tool. And it's affordable since Keeps offers generic versions of the FDA-approved hair loss medications. Keeps treatments can take up to 4 to 6 months or more to start seeing results, so it's important to get started ASAP. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/AndySly or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. That's keeps.com/AndySly. Now, since Ford's F-Series trucks have been the top seller for decades, it would be foolish not to create an electric version, so that's exactly what they did. Although it shares much of the same look as its gas counterpart, the F-150 Lightning is Ford's all-new, fully electric pickup truck coming in spring of 2022 and starting at around $40,000 before any tax incentives, and can be configured up to $90,000 with a decked-out Platinum Edition. It comes with a 230-mile standard range battery or the option to upgrade to a 300-mile extended range battery. It features 2 inboard motors that power a standard 4x4 system that delivers nearly instant torque to all 4 wheels with an independent rear suspension for a smooth ride and precise handling. On the higher end versions, it's targeting 10,000 pounds max towing capacity and 2,000 pounds max payload capacity, along with multiple drive modes for different terrains. The extended range battery has 563 horsepower and can go 0 to 60 in the mid-4-second range. The standard interior features a 12-inch portrait touchscreen display and a 15.5-inch display on the higher end editions. It also has an interior work surface that folds out from the center console, which is really unique. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, onboard navigation, and a Wi-Fi hotspot are all standard, along with a host of other driver assistance features, while Ford's new Blue Cruise semi-autonomous driving mode is offered as an option. At launch, it will be offered only as a crew cab with a 5.5-foot bed, but one of the big advantages it has over the old gas F-150 is the large front trunk called the Mega Power Frunk for 14.1 cubic feet of storage space, which is the largest out of all EV pickups and even has 2 USB ports. It's a sealed space and is washable because it has a drain as well, which is really nice. Now, the Lightning is perfect for getting physical work done anywhere and providing power to other tools, not just the truck itself. The 9.6 kilowatt version offers a total of 10 120-volt outlets, along with a 240-volt outlet in the bed. It's compatible with public DC fast charging stations, and Ford says it can charge from 15% to 80% in 44 minutes. Now, what's really cool though is that Ford also engineered the F-150 Lightning to serve as a backup generator, and says a fully charged truck can supply up to 3 days of electricity for the average household in the event of a power outage. Now, this is a hugely important truck with a lot of potential, given it's the first real EV pickup to be offered by one of the most popular car manufacturers in the world. Now, speaking of popular cars, this next pickup is sure to turn some heads because it's coming back from the dead in its brand new all-electric form, the GMC Hummer EV, which they're calling the world's first all-electric supertruck. This will first come in a pickup version, then later in an SUV version, and will go on sale in the fall of 2021. It starts at $80,000 and goes up to over $112,000 for the most expensive Edition 1 model, which is the first model to be available, while the less expensive models will come in 2022. Now, the new Hummer EV pickup truck comes standard with all-wheel drive and is quite the performer with up to 1,000 horsepower from its top powertrain option, which uses 3 electric motors and offers an estimated range of 350 miles on a full charge with a 0 to 60 speed of approximately 3 seconds. The Hummer EV also features an infinity roof with modular sky panels for an immersive open-air experience, an optional adjustable air suspension called Extract Mode, which lifts approximately 6 inches off the ground, and probably the most unique feature called Crab Walk, which utilizes the 4-wheel steer ability to turn the rear wheels 10 degrees in either direction, allowing it to drive diagonally at low speeds for traversing nearly any type of rough terrain. It features GM's new Ultium battery pack technology and is compatible with DC fast charging with an 800-volt electrical system, which will allow it to potentially regain 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes of charging on a 350 kilowatt charger. The tech includes a 12.3-inch driver information center display, along with the center-mounted 13.4-inch touchscreen display, and a host of connectivity features will be standard, including Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Wi-Fi hotspot, and GM's OnStar system, along with GM's Super Cruise driver assistance system. The Hummer EV also has a cool feature called Ultra Vision, which utilizes up to 18 cameras, including standard HD surround vision with waterproof underbody forward-facing and rear-facing cameras for real-time views of the terrain. It also has the 360-degree bird's eye view using multiple cameras to display a digital overhead image of the surrounding area, allowing you to maneuver, off-road, and navigate tight spaces when traveling at low speeds. And with a recognizable brand name, the Hummer EV is all about premium off-roading, and it should be a sight to see. Next is a truck that is self-titled the world's most capable pickup truck. The Bollinger B2 is an all-electric pickup truck from the Michigan-based startup EV brand, and it's the big brother of their only other flagship vehicle, the Bollinger B1 SUV. Now, the B2 truck is also the most expensive truck on this list, starting at a whopping $125,000 before tax incentives. But for that high price tag, you should be getting an impressive and versatile pickup truck with a primitive design. Production of the B2 is expected to start in late 2021. It has an all-aluminum body and built on a dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain with 614 horsepower and a 0 to 60 speed of 4.5 seconds. It has 15 inches of ground clearance, 5,000 pounds of payload capacity, and 7,500 pounds of towing capacity. The 142 kilowatt-hour battery pack should provide an estimated 200 miles of range and is compatible with any public CCS DC fast charging station. It can seat 4 people and has a 6-foot by 4-foot bed, along with a front trunk that contains 8 cubic feet of storage capacity. And Bollinger chose to focus on versatility over comfort in the B2, and one of its most unique features is a hollowed-out interior that allows an item up to 16 feet long to pass through its center with the lift gates closed. The cabin also has a flip-down rear cabin wall that opens it up and extends the 5'9" cargo bed by more than 2 feet. The B2 also has removable body panels that include the doors, windows, roof panels, and windshield, with an option of having all-glass roof panels. Compared to other trucks we've mentioned so far, the tech inside the B2 isn't much to write home about, since the only listed features include heated seats, Bluetooth, and 8 110-volt outlets spread throughout the truck. It's really hard to justify a truck that costs 6 figures with only 200 miles of range, but if you want a new, boxy, flexible truck with cargo length benefits, the Bollinger B2 may be something to keep an eye on. And next is the self-proclaimed world's first all-electric commercial pickup, which is the Lordstown Endurance. Now, although the EV startup company out of Lordstown, Ohio has delayed the Endurance multiple times, they have recently said they're still on track to build real production spec pickups in late 2021 after recent capital improvements to the factory, even though they haven't released most of the pickup specs. Now, Lordstown says the 4-door crew cab Endurance is built from the ground up to age a new type of pickup truck, one that is designed smarter, safe, and more productive for work. It's said to have a 109 kilowatt-hour battery with a range of 250 plus miles, produce 600 horsepower, tow up to 7,500 pounds, seat up to 5 people, and cost $52,500 before incentives. It claims to be the first commercial vehicle to feature 4 in-wheel hub motors, which is a design that reduces the number of moving parts and improves vehicle control with true 4-wheel drive. Lordstown says it will be capable of over-the-air software updates and DC fast charging, but not much else is really known at this time. But it has attracted a lot of attention even from investors like GM, who pitched in $75 million last year after originally selling its former Chevy Cruise factory to Lordstown's owners. It looks like we have some time before seeing this truck, but it should provide one more piece to the EV truck competition puzzle. Now, the next electric pickup truck is also from a new startup company. It's the Atlis XT, and it's expected to start first deliveries in late 2022. The company claims it's everything a pickup truck should be, rugged and durable for the most extreme conditions. It's assembled in the USA and starts at just $45,000, with their target customer being contractors and industrial workers. It features four-wheel drive with independent traction motors at each wheel, four-wheel independent suspension, dynamic load control, and a spray-in bed liner. It can tow up to 17,000 pounds with a payload capacity up to 5,000 pounds and a ground clearance up to 15 inches. The tech includes side cameras instead of conventional mirrors, and the HD video feed is then displayed on large screens on either side of the steering wheel. It has options for an air compressor, 6.5 or 8 foot bed, 120 volt and 240 volt outlets, and the powertrain can be replaced in about 20 minutes, which is impressive. The truck comes in 3 battery range options, 300, 400, and 500 miles, and the packs start at 125 kilowatt hours. But the Atlis XT's most unique advantage is the world's first AMV battery cells that were developed specifically for automotive use. Thermal performance is one of the best benefits of these new AMV cells, while having minimum components along with a compact modular design. The current state of EV architecture is 400 or 800 volt DC current, but the Atlis battery pack envisions 1600 volt charging. Its battery will function at 1600 volts, but to be backward compatible with current CCS DC fast chargers, the battery pack can subdivide itself into 800 or 400 volt components. This means the Atlis XT truck could charge from 0 to 100% in just 15 minutes. If that comes to be true, this truck will definitely be a game changer for some people. If the Tesla Cybertruck isn't futuristic enough for you, this next truck might do the trick. It's the Canoo Pickup, which is currently open for pre-orders and will begin deliveries as early as 2023. The price is still unknown at this time, but it should be relatively affordable given their other vehicle, an electric microbus, starts at under $35,000, and also given the fact that Canoo Pickup truck will only have around 200 miles of range and 600 horsepower, with options for a dual or rear motor configuration, along with a payload capacity of 1,800 pounds. The pickup truck will be based on the company's proprietary multi-purpose platform architecture, which functionally integrates all the critical components of an electric powertrain to be as flat and efficient as possible. By incorporating steer-by-wire and other space-saving technologies, Canoo's thin platform has no need for an engine compartment and allows a flatbed size comparable to other best-selling trucks, but on a smaller footprint. The truck bed is 6 feet long but can extend to a fully enclosed 8 feet. When the bed is extended, a second layer of tailgate doors can be swiveled out. It features a front cargo storage area that can hold tools or gear, also includes a fold-down work table with electrical outlets, and both sides of the truck contain a flip-down table and 2 expandable depths, along with side step and storage underneath, modular bed with space dividers, multi-accessory charge port, integrated overhead lighting, a roof rack, and camper shell. Now, if the price is right, the Canoo Pickup is shaping up to be an interesting choice for people who want a small, fresh, 21st century Swiss Army knife of a truck. Next up on this list is another truck from GM, but isn't scheduled until at least 2023. The Chevrolet Silverado EV should be similar to the Ford Lightning in the sense that it is the first electric version of its top-selling gas counterpart, while mostly maintaining the traditional look of it. It will be built in the same factory as the Hummer EV and will share the same electric powertrain and Ultium battery pack. Now, GM hasn't confirmed any power output specs yet, but other vehicles on the same platform are capable of producing between 625 and 1,000 horsepower. Now, the battery pack is said to provide up to 400 miles of range on a full charge, and just like the Hummer EV, the Silverado EV should be available with up to 3 electric motors depending on the trim, with all-wheel drive likely being standard. Pricing is still unknown at this time, but Chevy said that the electric Silverado will be offered in both work-oriented fleet and a snazzier retail version, so it's likely to fall between $50,000 and $70,000 depending on the options and upgrades. That's about all we know so far, but given that the Silverado was the second best-selling vehicle in the US last year, the EV version should quickly become a success when it does come out. And last and probably least, this is a truck that we know the least about because there's only been speculation up until now. This is the Fisker Alaska, and last year the CEO tweeted, "Okay, yes, next vehicle might be a lifestyle pickup truck, but not just any truck. We want to create the lightest, most efficient EV pickup in the world, making it the most sustainable. Image is just a teaser, not the final. Final will be way more radical." Then he tweeted an image of the truck, but immediately deleted the tweet. A Fisker spokesperson said, "We can't confirm the model or name of a vehicle that may have been seen in the tweet. We can, however, confirm that Fisker is indeed working on a modular electric vehicle platform that may underpin several different affordable EV models in the future." So this is obviously very early on to even talk about the exact specs and delivery date, but the reason I included it is because unlike some other companies on this list, Fisker has actually produced and delivered real electric vehicles in the past. In fact, I first heard about Fisker from Donald Glover back in 2013. So at least they had that going for them. But if Fisker does indeed follow through with their plan to make the Alaska pickup truck, I'm sure it will entice some truck owners, but we'll have to wait and see. So that wraps up my top 10 all-electric pickup trucks that are coming soon, hopefully soon. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, which one you're looking forward to the most. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more tech videos like this in the future. My name is Andy. Talk to you in the next one.